Hello everybody! This week we are starting something brand new, and this is why I wanted to get you guys into partners so that you can work together on this brand new activity that we have for you, and it's called a MicroBit. And what I have for you here is I'll show you, this is a MicroBit, and right now I programmed it to do a happy face, a surprised face, a grumpy face, and a mean face. Okay, there are so much that you can do on using this MicroBit, and I wanted to introduce it to you today. And it is just a very small credit card computer is what it is, a microcomputer. And I think the coolest thing about it is that it has these lights on it, and you can program it to do a lot of different things. Another cool feature of this MicroBit is whenever you combine it with the Hummingbird kit, it can make a robot become unattached, and you can take a robot anywhere, and it begins just like a little toy. So it's a really, really cool thing. And today what we're going to do is we're going to begin to program this small little MicroBit on your computer. So I'm going to go ahead and close my window, and I'll show you that MicroBit in just a few minutes once I program it. But I'll close here. This is the new screen in the MicroBit. This is called Make Code. And what you can actually do is you can see the MicroBit right here as you begin to program it. Now, all of the programming blocks are in this small area in the middle. These are all basic blocks, and you can see what the basic blocks look like. There's even more of those blue ones here. The pink ones are called input blocks, and you can see that there are input blocks as well. And even on that MicroBit, there are buttons A and B, very small buttons that you can actually play games with. So let's go ahead and get started programming this. If I go back to the main screen, I have two blocks that are already there. These blocks say on start and forever. We'll use these blocks as we start coding. So let's go ahead and investigate what these basic blocks say. Whenever I click on basic, it opens up into these type of blocks where it shows a number, shows LEDs, shows icons, shows strings. There's a forever block, and there's a pause block. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this block out that says show LED. I'm going to drag it off, and I'm going to connect it to on start. I'm going to move over the forever block. Now with this, you can actually create your own scene. So if I wanted to create maybe a heart, let's see if I can make a heart here. I can just turn these LEDs on, and you can see I've made a heart. Now, whenever I download this into my MicroBit, it'll say, or it'll have a heart on it. And you can actually see the heart here on this sample MicroBit. Now, I'm going to add more to it. So I'm going to go back to basic again. I'm going to go to show LEDs. I'm going to again do it on start. And I'm going to do a flashing heart. So it's going to be either the outline or it's going to be filled in. So I'll start my heart once again. And I'm going to go down through and select each one of these dots, turn them on. Then I'm going to just fill them in. And again, I'm just clicking on these blocks, and that turns the MicroBit on. So if I just wait a second, you can see here is my MicroBit sample. And on start, did you see it flash? What I can do to change the code, if I wanted to be flashing forever, I can take this whole block and take it over and connect it to forever. Once I do that, you can see there's my MicroBit. There it is flashing. Now again, I'll go back to basic. Maybe I want to add a second in between the flashes. I'm going to take the pause block off, connect it. Now this is actually 1 microsecond. So to add just 1 second, I'm going to add a 0. So this will be 1,000. And now it's going to be blinking every second. 1, 2. There it is. There it's blinking. Now, I want to show you something really cool, and that is downloading it to the MicroBit that's already connected to your computer. I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to change the title, and I'm going to say that this is heart. Just a heart sample. At the bottom of the screen, this button says download. I'm going to download it into my MicroBit. I'll click on download. It's going to take just a few seconds to download into your MicroBit, and it's going to tell you, okay, it's downloaded into your MicroBit. I'm going to say that it's done. And I'm going to turn my screen back on here again, and I'll show you my MicroBit. All right, let me close my window. There it is. Can you see the MicroBit now flashing? So it's doing the same thing as what you've done on the screen. Pretty cool, huh? So I'm going to close my window once again. Now I can add a lot of things to my code so far. I have the heart, then I have the open heart. Maybe I want it to blink one more time, or maybe I want to add something else. This is where you can work a little bit on your own here and investigate. I'm going to leave that on. But maybe if I go over to input now. Under input is where you can add more things to your MicroBit, like button A. I'm going to do button A for you. On button A, maybe I want it to say my name. So I'm going to go back up to basic. That's where I saw show string. Okay, so it says hello right now. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click into hello, and I'm going to type in my name. Now, every time I change the code, what I need to do is I need to download it so I can see it on my MicroBit. I can also click the sample here. So now on button A, I can actually click on A, and it's going to start streaming my name. S-K-O. Now I can also do it on the MicroBit if I download it. So I have to go, again, hit the download button. It's going to download to my MicroBit. It's going to say that it's done. I have to wait a second, and while you're waiting, you can see that yellow flashing on the MicroBit. You'll see that happen. Let me turn on my window again. Let's turn this window off so you can see me. Here is my MicroBit once again. There's my heart. And I'm going to go and I'm going to click button A. Now you can't read that, it's backwards for you. But here it comes. There's my name. So it's flashing on the MicroBit. So not only can you flash something on the screen, but you can also write something as well. All right, so that's button A. There's also a button B that you can put something in. Let me show you one more thing on button B. So I'll go to add button A. You can see that there's a little down arrow. I'll choose that down arrow, and I'm going to choose B. Okay, so maybe on B, I'm going to put in another symbol. Now, I don't have to draw all of those symbols. Look what I have here. I have this button that says show icon. I'm going to click on that show icon button. I'll click it together. And I'm going to click on the down arrow on the icon. That's the heart, but look at all these different symbols that I can create. So if I wanted to have a house or a duck, there's a silly face that you can make. Now you can make these on your own, but these are already pre-made. Here's a silly face. Now on button B, whenever I click button B, I'll have that silly face. There it is. Button B is the silly face. Now, I do want you to experiment a little bit with you on the MicroBit, but I want you to at least do a heart today. You can create something on button A and button B. Now, you and your partner have to come up with an idea of what you're going to work on. If you do have any help, I will come around and help you out. I think this is a really fun activity. We're going to continue it over the next few weeks as well. Again, thanks again for watching. And if you have any questions, just raise your hand and I'll be around. Thanks a lot.